Hello, everyone. This is Pastor Arthur Flash Johnson with Finding My Way Radio Network. And we are here today with a special guest, Willie. And of course, when we talk about um, me hosting the show, we're always talking about redeeming the lives, about generations and beyond. But before we get started, and before I really truly introduce you to Willie, we're going to make a little special announcement right now.
Appreciate it. Champ, I call him Champ Arthur Flash Johnson. That's it. Good friend of mine. Thanks for having me on your show, brother. Before we get started, I would definitely like to pay homage to a good friend, a dear brother, maestro in his own right, who has been allowing us to record and groom our gift, the God-given gifts and talents that we've been blessed to have. And I believe we recorded Sunshine with the Rain here, the big record that took off worldwide together here at the New Millennium Studios. And that's none other than Jeff Anderson. I would like to gift him with our latest books that's been #1 international bestsellers, Note to Family, Right of the Wake, Volume 1 and 2. Autograph just to show him my appreciation, brother. We appreciate you, man. I love you, brother.
Appreciate
Here you go.
Come on in. Come on in.
Yes, come on in, Jeff. Show the world who you are. This is my guy, right?
Thank you, man.
This is my guy. Yes.
Awesome.
Held us down for a long time.
Awesome.
Never charged the brother anything to come and record here. So, say the Bible said gives honor to whom honor is due, right?
Let's do it. Exactly. So, Jeff, thank you for the part you have played in our lives, man.
Yeah.
In terms of music, so that's great.
Absolutely.
And so, as I started off hosting this show, redeeming the lives of our generation and beyond, it encompasses more than just one particular thing.
Yeah.
And so, when I thought about who I wanted to bring on, and I did mention you,
Yeah.
of course, and
Appreciate you, brother.
some of the other things that we're doing in terms of ministry.
Yeah.
It just made sense to do it, right?
Yeah.
So,
Absolutely.
so in any event, let's talk about. For everyone who doesn't know, I did say Willie Jones, but he goes by Willie J.
Willie J.
In
Yeah.
the music industry.
Yeah.
And we want to just kind of set this thing up first and talk about how we met. And so, and I think I want to start it off there. Talk about how we met.
Wow.
When we first met. So this is kind of neat. I kind of like this story.
This is an amazing story. Yes, sir. Yeah, man. Thanks for having me again, Champ. I call him Champ. You know him by Arthur Flash Johnson, or Pastor Arthur Flash Johnson now. But I met this dear brother through a mutual friend we met at the post office out of all places. And it was just a crazy situation. And somehow we got on the topic of music, and me and the gentleman at the post office. And Arthur Flash just so happened to be coming in. He said, I got a brother I would definitely like you to meet, man. He's a very gifted brother, and he's trying to break through the musical side of things. And I think you guys would be great together. I said, okay. And then he said, and I said, who did you say again? I said, did you say Arthur Flash Johnson? You talking about the champ, the 4-time world boxer champ from the same city where we're from, right? East St. Louis. I said, man, definitely. Let's look it up. And as they say, the rest was history, man. And we've been clicking. It seemed like I've been knowing this brother for a long time. And it's been a few years, but it seems longer than it actually is. That's that God-given chemistry. That's how we met, man. And it's been on.
Exactly.
And I checked out some of his music, your previous music, and you know, like me and you, we don't work with everybody and everyone.
Right.
You have to have kindred spirits and like energy.
See, it's interesting you would say that. So it's interesting that he would say that because as I recall, as I remember, once we hit it off, and we were brought together with this mutual friend, we I started talking, and he told me his name. He said, "My name is Willie," and I got him mixed up with another Willie.
Facts.
With another Willie.
Yeah.
For sure. And I said, so I said, let me pray about this thing, bro. Let me pray about this thing. And then once I pray about this thing, man, I'm gonna get back with you. And I say, I'll let you know, man. I'm gonna get back with you. And so this really kind of kind of sealed the deal with in terms of our friendship.
Yeah.
Because he saw what kind of person I was.
Absolutely.
And how I felt about this sort of thing. But anyway, the
Right.
other Willie was named. What was the other Willie's name?
Oh man, I don't want to.
But anyway, I don't want to
Yeah, but he was on the R&B side.
He was on the R&B side.
Raw R&B side.
Raw.
Yeah,
His
yeah.
brother
At
was-
that time,
This
yeah.
brother was raw.
Yeah,
So I thought
yeah.
that Willie.
Older music.
So right. So I thought that Willie was this Willie. And I said, you know what, man? I've been praying about it, man, and I don't think the Lord's gonna want me to go that route. I don't think God's gonna want me to go that route. And God saw my heart. He know how
Yeah, man.
How I felt about that particular thing.
Yeah.
And I just
Yeah.
I took it
Yeah.
that way.
Yeah, we
And-
laughed about it
and
too.
we la-
Yeah,
we laughed about
I was
it.
like, no, that's
Yeah.
the wrong Willie. and that Willie's actually saved now too. You know,
Yeah.
he's but that was his
Yeah.
previous work, and I'm like, no,
Yeah.
I don't write music like that, brother.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nah, anything that I can explain to
Yeah.
the youth and the people that follow
Right.
me and God being number one,
Right.
I would never find myself.
And so that's the thing that showed him my heart, how I felt about
Yeah.
what I was doing.
Yeah.
In terms of calling it Christian, putting that Christian label on it,
Yeah.
and then I'm doing something else.
Right.
But let's chatting about that. That was a fun time.
Yeah, that sold me on you, brother. That's how I knew. Okay.
Yeah, that was a fun time, man. And but anyway, we laugh about it these days, man.
Yeah, we do.
And so moving on, you did get with me and you said, hey man, I got a song, man. I want you to sing, and it was in this studio right here.
New Millennium.
My goodness, that we would go on to make the song "Sunshine with the Rain."
Yeah.
And we did that thing and recorded. I think it was probably on the first. I'm not sure if it was the first gig or not. The first time I tried it, but I knew that it was a special type of thing, special type of song that once we got together and connected on it, that we would do pretty decent with it, and we did very, very, very good with it.
Oh yeah.
Millions of streams on that song.
Yeah, absolutely.
Millions of streams.
Yeah, pushed. It hit Billboard over there in Europe, top 3 at that time. It was number 3 out of the top 200, and pushed by a legendary leader from the Eagles, the group of Eagles, and Leonard Skinner. Yeah, that's how. And the ironic thing about that song is that it had been sitting. I had written it 4 years before I met you, bro.
Okay.
And maybe 3 or 4, and I couldn't complete that. And I'm like, God, who do I? We know singers, right? We know a lot of musicians, right? Where we're from. We come from a city that's filled with talent and gives gifted people in the church and in this industry.
Right.
But, as you say, I prayed about it and I said, okay, God studied your voice, your vocals during that time you were just talking about it. And the Lord, I heard the Holy Spirit say, hey, this is the guy you need to feature with you on this record. And the rest, as they say, was history.
Yeah, the rest is
And
history.
lives were changed, more importantly.
Right.
We got a lot of reports of people, even one suicidal victim that was going through some things, reported that hearing that song changed their world, changed their life. And that's what we do it for, man.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's great.
That's what it's about.
And so let me add this. Now, here's another thing that a lot of you wouldn't know at this time, because I didn't mention it either. Of course, Willie J is my manager.
Yeah.
We still work together.
Absolutely.
In music. Let's tell the audience what was it like getting into. What can you remember the first thing in terms of music that geared you that way to say that this is what I'm going to do with my life, and we're gonna. I'm going to go off. I'm going to start PMI, of course. Talk about
PME,
that. I'm sorry.
Permission and Entertainment.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say.
Got you.
But
That's bad, brother.
as we talk about this, what's the first thing you remember, or the first song you remember writing as an artist?
As an artist before PME, actually, man, it was a choir record. I was about 12 years old, and I was playing for a youth choir, which consisted of family. I come from a family, a musician. My mom, rest in heaven, she was a organist and singer. Dad was a previous drummer, and I wear all those hats myself. And it was a song called "Give God the Praise." Ironically, I wasn't converted yet, even in Christ and God. But I would sneak away as we would come from the homies, and I would get away and start writing songs, man, and grew up in that. And you know, that was my first song, and I loved the feeling to hear somebody singing it back, and not necessarily me at the time singing it, but I was playing, you know, keys and drums on that song, and I was like, oh man, I love writing. I love writing songs, man. And I saw what it did, that ironically, that's what PME stands for. Empowering people, change lives, creating, our slogans are creating hope through arts and entertainment, and empowering people, changing lives. And it's been on ever since then, you know, and then workshop choirs and Gospel Workshop of America, and all these different choirs start singing a song, and I was just like, almost couldn't believe it, you know. And it's been on ever since, once I saw what it did for people. Yeah, so we're just branding it now with Pure Mission, you know. Yeah, so, then our first official record with PME was actually We Love You, Puerto Rico. You was on that, so that record for the Hurricane Maria victims. And let's just say we got calls from Puerto Rico. They want to give us the keys to the city and said that we brought tourists back, and your lovely wife was on that record.
Exactly.
Latanya, my beautiful daughter, was on that record. Crystal Haywood, another one of our clients, and Jade. And it went number 2 actually. We climbed up on that record, and yeah, man, and that's, we've been sticking with the why. You know, the why never changes, right? Why we do what we do, I believe, is everything. The motive, that never changes.
Well, awesome. I mean, and then thinking about it, now you encompasses a few other things along with what you do musically, and you want to talk about that just a little bit.
Sure.
In terms of helping to bring folks together and that sort of thing, helping them out. Whatever their struggles may be.
Oh yeah. Definitely a Maxwell leadership coach with the John Maxwell team. We got that certificate. We're official with that, and we do speaking. We teach the word as well. You know, been blessed to teach that. We have something coming up in March 1st of next month, where we've been invited to teach seminars to their leaders in Pakistan. Pretty nice thing. This will be our second time actually teaching there, and then we coach other leaders, man. You know, leadership, as John would say, is influence, and I also believe it's a responsibility, and I believe my responsibility is to help coach other leaders and aspiring leaders to get them to that next level, you know, to help them grow into their best version of themselves. And that's what I believe leadership is about. You know, it's not just about, and first you have to learn to lead yourself before you can lead others, you know, and I tend to like to pass that on to other clients, you know, like you say, you know, we manage you. You're one of the clients we manage a few other people, but we also have clients that we coach, you know, that we help to develop and cultivate character, because, you know, sometimes the gift can make room for you where character won't keep you. We've seen that, right? We're gifted people, we get these platforms, and you know, and that character can't keep them there. And it exposes, that's the danger about spotlight. It'll expose who you truly are. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so that's a part we embrace all the time.
See, that's one of the things that really sticks with me when we talk about gifts, because certainly your gift will take you to places where your character can't keep you. So that character really needs to be together. Talk about a little bit about what your, and you kind of put that in a little bit already, but I want you to kind of specify just a little bit more. What are you hoping the whole purpose and goal, long-term goal, moving forward, with PME?
Well, PME, I look at it as a driving force to help cultivate more leaders, breed more aspiring leaders with influence and impact, and help leaders birth their dreams. You know, you being one. Remember, you told me about the record Time Is Changing. I got to be a part of that one. Another beautiful record, as we would call a dope record.
Mm-hmm.
And when you told me you had been a baby that was sitting at your disposal for 7 years, it dawned on me, and I think that we specialize in that, helping people to get to their next, because that's what true value is all about, man. Creating value for others, and then you get that back in return. I call it the law of empowerment. So you empower others, you get empowered in return, the boomerang effect. And to breed more authors, like even myself, as you saw, we've been blessed in less than 6 months. Those opportunities came out of the wind, but I believe that is a harvest of us doing the right thing. Not that we're perfect, but aspiring to stick with the narrative of empowering people, changing lives, right, and creating that hope. So to create more hope and to breed more leaders, because it takes a village, it takes teamwork, makes the dream work, bro.
Absolutely.
Lone Rangers don't get jobs done, and I'm only as strong as my team. Shouts out to our team in LA and New York, and speaking of John Maxwell, one of his greatest advisors is on our team now. He's an advisor. His name is Richard Mover. Shouts out to that brother from New York. And he's going to the Never Stop Winning workshop is coming up. So we're going to be doing workshops. We're going to have guests like yourself and other people like Steve, 18, 20 times best-selling authors. And, we're 3 times right now, but this the company we've been blessed to keep with now. And I want to breed my clientele, like people like yourself and the rest of the team, and breed more number 1 international best-selling authors, because if you can't clone that success, what good is it, bro?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And relay, it's like a relay.
Absolutely.
So that's what we want to do.
Absolutely. Well, this next question is almost kind of like a 2-in-1. Let me ask you, how long has this journey been, and do you see yourself retiring anytime soon?
Never. the first word that comes to mind is never. And I've often stated this in my writings, bro, that the grind will never stop. It'll stop when my heart stops, because I believe what you do for Christ, what you do for God here, there are no retirement plans, you know what I mean? And that the fact that we're still breathing even here now, this is moments, right? And moments create momentum, and I feel like we got this momentum, and that momentum is bigger than me, though. Every moment that we have is bigger than me. So, when I stop, if I'm still here, that means it's an indication that I have more, more to do. And I feel like if I was 80 years old, I'm a young buck right now in this prime, but if I was 80 years old, I would still be talking the same way, bro. I would still be doing this, because there's nothing like empowering people, changing lives, to see people transform, lives transform. That's what keeps me going.
Hey, when you're doing something that you're meant to do, it never seems like it's work.
Right. That's so.
And I think that is, it should be, anyone's purpose to be happy in life.
Yeah.
When you're doing something that is purposeful, and it's part of the destiny that God has for you.
Yeah.
That this is where you need to be. It doesn't feel like work.
That's so true.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like work. It's more of a lifestyle.
Yeah.
People ask me all the time, like, what are you? Oh, well, we want to sign up for that mastermind. And, Rich is going to be, this will be Maxwell Leadership. He kind of sponsoring that. And we have people from London that's involved, Bahamas, Canada. And they asked me, what is winning? I was like, well, winning is a lifestyle that never ends. Right? We only win to win again. You know what I mean? There's no I arrived. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we only arrive to another destination of growth and success. Growth is not a destination. John says that. I agree with it. Is there's people who set goals, but then there's people who are goal minded, and we're that. But I think we graduate at some point from being goal minded and just hitting goals, and just you're more growth minded.
Yeah.
Because if you stay growth minded, that's that evolution that never ceases to exist. You're always trying to become a better version of yourself. Yeah. One day at a time, bro.
That's beautiful, man. That's beautiful. Let me
and
let me just say that it's been, for me, it's been a privilege of connecting with somebody who has kindred spirit.
Likewise, bro.
as we continue to move forward,
Yeah.
continue to do music, and much like yourself, I don't know if there's a retirement plan there.
Never a
And
retirement plan.
speaking about that, let me. And I just saw you released another.
Oh, okay.
Another song. And,
Yeah,
touch base a little
never
bit.
let you go. Yeah, appreciate that love for the show too. Appreciate that.
I like
Yeah, man, appreciate that. That was a record. Definitely with Duality, we dedicated that to the Morocco victims in Morocco, right? And had an opportunity in that song for the earthquake victims who died, bro. And it's a love song, you know. But first, it's a love song to God, and then it has duality where, you know, it can be applied to just loved ones who are in your heart always. Legacy, right? You know, and that lives on, and we keep them just like our moms and different ones, you know, our grandmothers and stuff like that. They live on through us, and that's that one, I'll never let you go, and that infinite love. And yeah, it was recently featured. You know, they did a good review on it in Forbes Morocco, man. Yeah, appreciate that. Yeah, we just released that. Yeah,
Beautiful. And of course, I've been working on some new stuff along with my wife, who's actually in charge of filming. Thank you, sweetie.
Yes. Jack of all trades, right?
She said, but here's the deal. The name of the song is called Happiness, and we'll talk more about that on future shows.
Yeah.
But I'm again just kind of want to turn your attention to this interview right here, and I think that I've had a chance to. We've done a couple. Concerts and stuff like that.
Yeah, we have.
So that's been great. So
Sheldon Concert Hall.
Do you foresee any of that stuff in the future?
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
For sure. It's going to be big shows. We have some stuff we're doing. Got in the works with Universal, like some city tours and stuff like that. So definitely we got some shows coming up.
Okay.
Definitely going to do some more, live shows.
Awesome.
Yeah, we have done some good shows together.
Yes.
I think one was your gala.
Mm-hmm.
We did that, and then we did one outside for the suicide victims. Remember, we did a record for Isabel, the single that was on the EP, The Sunshine of the Rain Volume 1. Which you guys came out and they raised thousands of dollars, and the 11-year-old decided to not kill himself after that show.
Awesome,
and
I remember that.
Remember that?
Not the show that's the show when I was chilling.
Yeah,
I was like,
we were in the mud, but God blessed. In return, we were definitely in the mud, bro. And then another show we did together. Remember, we did Sunshine of the Rain. It was for Will DeWitt's the Cardinals' grandson show at the Sheldon. Remember the Sheldon concert?
I
it was
remember.
for a great cause. It was for the kids. Performing Arts School in St. Louis, Missouri. One of the biggest and most prominent ones here. So yeah, man, we've been putting in work beyond the studio, bro.
Because now we're pretty much getting one. We did one with for the foundation actually.
The
one for the foundation.
Recording,
That's
right?
the one. No, actually, it was supposed to be recorded.
It was supposed to be
recorded.
Yeah.
It didn't go as planned.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, it was a fun time.
Great effort.
And a great effort, right? Sometimes it be that way.
Sometimes
it be that way. But hey, hey, listen, I wanna thank you, man, for coming on and
thanks for having me.
Basically just introducing Willie J. Willie J has been on the music screen for a long time.
Yeah, it's been a journey. It's been a journey.
And there's a story about how he became Willie J.
Yeah.
And Kirk Franklin had a little bit to do with that.
Yeah, that's Stella. I was getting water for the gas. It was a long time ago too, and he said, "Willie J, I like that." I said, "Okay, all right, well, I'll keep it, brother.
Yeah,
I think we're gonna keep that."
Well,
awesome
that's
stuff.
And I mean, this is a real good joy.
Yeah, no doubt.
When we talk about music and things of that nature, and so we're going to be doing that, and we'll be working together in the future.
Absolutely.
And so I just thank you, man, for coming on.
Oh man, my pleasure, man. Thanks for having me, champ.
Introducing yourself partially.
Partially, yeah, a little taste.
Just right.
Just a little sprinkle.
Right. And so, And so,
Yeah,
it's,
man.
again, as it is a pleasure, man. I pray that God
Likewise,
blesses
brother.
you and in the endeavor.
Thank you,
And
brother.
I'm sure we're going to be doing other stuff together.
Yeah.
And we're moving this thing forward. So,
Yeah, man.
so for now,
Yeah.
redeeming the lives of our next generation and beyond. This
Yeah.
is Pastor Arthur Flash Johnson
Yeah.
for Finding My Way radio show. God bless you. It's been a pleasure.
Peace.